Hello and welcome to a new episode of Fit Life Focus podcast. Today we're going to be talking about fats. So let's get a little scientific definition going. Fats, scientifically known as lipids, are organic compounds composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They serve as energy storage, insulation, and form cellular membranes. Fats consist of triglycerides made of glycerol and three fatty acid chains. Now, what does that mean? Well, in my words, I kind of broke it down. Fats are also called lipids. They're like energy-packed molecules found in food. I would kind of imagine them as tiny packages that store energy for your body to use later, kind of like batteries. But they're not as significant as carbs, which are your main energy source, which we found out in the first episode. Consider these packages as smaller parts. They're called fatty acids. Fats play a crucial role in keeping us healthy by providing insulation to keep us warm, storing energy for cells when we need it, and helping build the outer layer of our own cells. Now, there's four types of fats. Let's get into the first one. It's called saturated fats. These fats are usually solid at room temperature and commonly found in animal products like meat, butter, cheese, and other dairy products. They're in some plant oils, but obviously not as much. Consuming too much saturated fat can increase cholesterol levels and the risk of heart disease. So, few people like to stay away from these. A few examples are just steak, butter, like I said, cheese, and a few dairy products, like ice cream or, you know. Next is monosaturated fats. These fats are typically liquid at room temperature and found in foods like olive oil, avocados, and nuts. They're considered the heart-healthy fats because they can help lower bad cholesterols and reduce the risk of heart disease. So that's kind of like where the name come in. It's monosaturated, and what we just talked about was saturated, which increases heart disease, and these lower them. Next, we have polyunsaturated fats. These are kind of like monosaturated fats. They're liquid at room temperature, and they also include omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which are essential fats that our body needs but cannot produce on their own. So that's why they're good to consume. Good sources include some fatty fish like salmon or trout, and they're even found in seeds, walnuts, vegetable oils. After that, we have trans fats. Trans fats are artificial fats created through a process called hydrogenation, which turns liquids, oils, into solid fats. They're commonly found in processed foods like fried foods, and they can raise bad cholesterol levels and increase the risk of heart disease. So it's best to limit their consumption. This is just your typical fast food order, probably like McDonald's, some chicken nuggets. Now, on that note, we do have a new segment. We are going to compare fast foods because many people have been requesting it. And we're going to find out the healthier option, okay? So a friend came to me and said, what's better, Chick-fil-A nuggets or McDonald's nuggets? And I said, well, let's look at the calories. First, we have McDonald's nuggets, which seemingly taste better according to him. Let's see, they have per 5 nuggets, it's 240 calories, 16 grams of fat, 4 grams of saturated fat, just like I said, 14 grams of carbs, which is probably from the fryer, and 9 grams of protein. So not that good when you compare it to Chick-fil-A, which Chick-fil-A 5 nuggets is 160, which compared to McDonald's is 240. It's only 7 grams of fat, 7 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of protein. I believe that's because Chick-fil-A uses more real chicken. McDonald's is a lot more processed, so there goes that. But another thing to take in consideration, nutritional labels can actually be up to 20% inaccurate. Due to the FDA, they allow 20% error on nutrition labels of any sort. So what does that mean? You could have a serving of Greek yogurt that could be labeled 100 calories, but it can legally weigh in between 80 and 120 calories. And that goes the same for all 3 macronutrients. Moving past that, let's talk about consumption of fats. This can vary depending on age, sex, activity level, your overall health. The FDA suggests about 5 to 25% of your daily calorie intake. One thing that I emphasize most is the 30-20-10, which is 30% carbs, 20% protein, 10% fats. Sorry about that. For example, if you consume 2,000 calories per day, this would translate to about 44 to 77 grams of fat per day. Since fat molecules are more calorie dense than carbs and protein, it's essential to be mindful of portion sizes. What does that mean? Just do not consume a lot of fats because they provide 9 calories per gram compared to 4 calories per gram. It's also important to focus on consuming healthy fats such as monosaturated and polysaturated while minimizing the intake of saturated and trans. In conclusion, you have to remember while fats are an essential part of a healthy diet, it's important to consume them in moderation, but they are pretty essential. You should have a few fats in your diet or meal plan. That's going to wrap up our episode for today. Thank you very much.